EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Caribbean Isle of Puerto Rico and its historic capital city of San Juan. Today it's week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on our home team. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway here in San Juan. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Warriors 70.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley to about the 23. You look at this Niner defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Caught along the left side by Hyatt. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They throw it out right complete, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there. And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. They'll look to throw here. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
No! Bring it! Hut, hut.
Running again with Barkley on second down. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here now, a third down and 8.
Panther 11. 60 Maverick. 18, Pioneer. Ready?
He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Back to throw, Purdy. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same. And
he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Tigers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing here, Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards there and a Niner first. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right to about the 33-yard line. When you look at this defense, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
This is 2nd and 8. Purdy looking to throw. That's to the former Alabama man, Cameron Latu. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners have cut it back within a score. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
Seven Pirates! Buffalo 18! 60 Bobcats! Cup 19! 19 Lions!
They'll try and throw for it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Ready?
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. And Brian Dable, with his background on offense, he's got a call ready, and they are going to go for it on 4th down.
Trap 60! 79 Broncos!
They'll look to throw. He'll look downfield for Waller. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Purdy on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the 49er first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A second down throw for Purdy. And that's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far, even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here comes the seventh play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Purdy. That's complete out left to Ayuk. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Cougar 19. Go.
Now this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go. Set.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Now, tie game. I don't think anybody in this building, including you or I, was expecting that.
No, I would agree with that totally. I didn't expect to see it at all, but I kind of like where they were going with this. You know, as you said, tie game, trying to steal a possession, steal an advantage, and you told your defense at the half you were going to do it, which also told them that you had confidence in them in case it failed, as that one just did.
And now you've given good field position here to start the 3rd quarter. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
In motion left goes a tight end. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. The 49ers get there. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll drop to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Dragon 60.
On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
It's 3rd and 15.
Now they'll change things up.
19 tight, 19 tight. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Back to throw here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Curtis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 42-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Curtis, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
2nd and 11. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Here's Booker on the catch. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Tigers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Offense on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Purdy from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And now they're in the hurry-up. Second down, here's Barkley again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
70.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
18 Rattler.
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So the Interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Carry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Pressure comes and down he goes. Christian Barmore in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now it's right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A first down carry for Barkley. We'll get this up to about the 44.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Niners have just about sewn up this football game. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Purdy down to a knee, and that should be the final act of the ball game.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters. Every 4 games and assess 3-1.